If you already own a nonprofit or are thinking about starting one, then you know you're going to need money to fund that business. The problem is a lot of people won't lend to nonprofits. As a matter of fact, I hear a lot from our clients that they've struggled to get financing in the past. Well, I'm going to teach you right now how to fund a nonprofit. It really comes down to something I call the 3 C's cash acquisition formula. Here's how it works. There's 3 different ways you can really qualify for financing. One is independent from the others. So for example, the first C is collateral. If you have some kind of collateral or asset that can serve as collateral to offset a lender's risk, you can get financing even as a nonprofit business. Now, the most common types of assets that serve as collateral with this kind of financing are stocks and bonds. Stocks and bonds are something you can pledge or pledge somebody else's stocks and bonds, and you can get loans and credit lines with interest rates of 5% or less even as a nonprofit business. Plus, you can still keep the stocks and bonds invested where they are. So they're still earning you a rate of return and they're being leveraged to be able to fund your nonprofit. Now, you can do something similar with 401ks and IRAs as well. You can borrow as much as 100% of the value of you or somebody else's 401k or IRA and use that to pledge as an asset for collateral and get loans or credit lines less than 5%. You can also use this third C, this collateral, to actually qualify for commercial real estate financing. So if you want to be able to get financing to actually buy a building for your nonprofit or maybe even refinance one you already in, then you can do that, letting the property service collateral and being able to even tap in, take a cash out of a commercial property or get the money you need to actually buy a commercial property that possibly you even have other people renting space and turn it into an income producing property for you. So a lot of options if you have assets that can serve as collateral. But what if you don't? And that brings us to the second C of the 3C cash acquisition formula, which is cash flow based financing. Once your business has consistent cash flow, there's a lot of different funding that opens up to you, even as a nonprofit business. Merchant cash advances, cash flow financing, even places like PayPal, Square, and Stripe all offer options to fund a nonprofit just because you have consistent cash flow, whether you're profitable or not. And all you typically need is 6 months worth of cash flow or more. If you have that, there's even credit lines that become available just based on the consistency of that cash flow. Now that brings us to the third C. We've talked about having collateral serve as a way to get money. We've talked about using cash flow to serve as a way to get financing for your business. Now let's talk about the third C, which is credit. You can also use good personal credit from you or a guarantor to qualify for financing as well. So you can qualify, for example, for as much as $150,000 in financing with our Credit Line Hybrid program. And with Credit Line Hybrid, you can get funded even as a nonprofit business, even as a brand new startup business. It's no doc. You don't need bank statements or tax returns, so income doesn't matter. It's unsecured, so you don't need any kind of collateral to offset the lender's risk. And you get 0% financing for up to 18 months, and a lot of the credit lines report to the business credit reporting agency, so you're building business credit at exactly the same time. Talking about business credit, it's another one of those C's which comes down to credit. So credit-based financing can be based on personal credit or business credit. And with business credit, you can use it for your business to fund itself. Plus, you can get it even as a nonprofit business. So with business credit, you can start a business credit profile and score using small vendor accounts, get all kinds of retail credit at places like Sam's Club, Costco. You can be able to get credit at Staples, Office Depot, Apple, even Walmart, Amazon, all offer business credit without a personal guarantee and credit check. You can even get fleet credit for fuel, repair, and maintenance of vehicles. You can get Visa card, MasterCard, bank credit, even auto financing, all without a personal guarantee, all without a personal credit check, regardless of personal credit, cash flow, and collateral. As a matter of fact, it's a catch-all. With business credit, you can get approved even as a nonprofit when you can't get any other kind of financing, so it's almost a guaranteed way that you can get money to grow your business. So that is the 3 C's cash acquisition formula: credit, cash flow, and collateral. Now keep in mind, there are still some additional options to get money outside of these C's. Things like crowdfunding can be used if you have a brand new concept that you're launching and something that a lot of people would be interested in contributing money to. You really want to consider crowdfunding. Places like Indiegogo and Kickstarter are great platforms to get started on to get the money raised that you need to be able to fund your business. And let's not forget about grants. Grants are so perfect perfect for nonprofits because a lot of them are set aside specifically for nonprofit businesses. And with grants, there's two main places you want to go. Grants.gov, the majority of grants that are out there today are offered through the federal government. Grants.gov gives you everything you need to know to tap into those grants. If you want local grants, community, state grants, then you want to go to GrantWatch. GrantWatch focuses on local grants, both of which are great options to get the money you need to grow your business. And also, don't forget, as your business grows and you get all three C's, cash flow, credit, and collateral, you can also qualify for SBA loans, which are long-term, low-interest rate loans as well. Wow, right? A lot of options for nonprofits, but there's even more options if you go to grab our funding vault at creditsuite.com/27 ways. And if you want to see which of all these options you can get right now, give us a call for a free consultation. We'll do a funding qualification to tell you all the money you can qualify for right now. We'll help you get your business credit reports at no cost. Usually they're $250 from the bureaus. We get them for you at no cost and go over those and give you tips and tactics to build your business credit. We'll also do a fundability assessment to help you fix the things that could prevent you from getting the credit and financing you deserve to get. All that happens on a consultation call with us, and you can get that by giving us a ring at 877-600-2487. You can also schedule online at creditsuite.com/consult. Did you get value? If you got value from this training, make sure you like and subscribe and keep your eye out on our next training where we talk about more cool ways to get money to start and grow your business.